Um, well, it's happening. It's finally catching up with the Republican Party. Um, During a meeting with the Iowa representative, and he considers himself a representative of high value because with this comment, you would think that he himself is considered the white man that everybody in America would want. Okay, so uh, during a meeting, a closed door because there wouldn't be any civilians there or private citizens. He was doing his assignments as the Iowa representative for the he's um, he's the chair of I forgot what it was. So this guy is the chair of like one of these committees, right? And some people kept bringing up the Democratic Party and why they can't get anywhere, as to why can't they combine efforts and get things done. Am I correct? While in his rebuttal, which is something that I really don't want to touch on because it would infuriate a lot of people, but this has to be done. On in below on these the description, his comment is there. Uh, he was explaining as to why they don't get anywhere and as to why he deems the Democratic Party low as a very low party that nobody should um, have have their way. Am I correct? Even after the Democratic Party with Merrick Garland, they sacrificed so much, they gave away so much, as to not have the Merrick Garland as the nominee for the Supreme Court, which was Obama's actual legal right to appoint because he was president. But because of these Republicans that kept blocking him doing that, and it's too close to the election, this and that, just Scalia and all that, like it was one of these things where uh, they seemed it inappropriate to replace when they they knew they were going to combine efforts and do whatever it is that they needed to do, even fraud, to elect a president who was Republican and give him the chance, which is incumbent President Donald Trump right now, the chance to replace that Supreme Court nominee. In other matters, we go back to the point we were talking about. He said you could look over there and think the Democratic Party is no country for white men, and that's exactly what was caught on camera. Now, this isn't the first instance that he would say anything like that. Now, the other moments, he would get caught in that jungle, his in his mind, um, he would undo it to his benefit, even though it was racist. But now it got caught on camera. He got removed as the committee chair. Um, but let's uh, let's have an autopsy on what he really meant to say, because this is what he even says that that comment isn't considered one to say that he's racist or anything like that. What he really meant to say is that you could look and see the Democratic Party. It's that it's destroying the fabric of America, of making what they would say making a great America great again, as in back in the day, the slavery times when the white man had power over everything, even slaves, and they controlled the economy, faces of the of monetary value. They had more property rights than they have now, more gun rights, more of everything. And what he meant to say is that the fabric of the United States is being demolished, because the Democratic Party doesn't stand with white men and they're making it too diverse. That's what he meant to say. And by that, white men wouldn't approve. That's what he meant to say. He wasn't trying to say anything about that why itself, technically in his rebuttal from that, he was saying, why do they think it's racist or whatever? Why he's technically saying what the snowflakes would mean as why are they getting so offended about what I said? Okay, well, Steve, let me give you a little bit of word of advice here. Uh, he's not you. You're not alone. You are governed, and people who are not your color elected you. So you have to act as such that you need to abide by your colleagues who elected you to represent them. Even some people who don't have anything to their name elected you to represent them. So why are you thinking you're so on top of this game, like as if you're consider what they want as the face of America? Like that's not how it's supposed to be. It's over this little race war that you're having in your head. Um, why is it so important for you to have like these white men rule and have them approve of? Because if you're in that high position, there's more people around you who elected you as that chair who believe such things as you, and we're gonna find out through over time. There's gonna be these faces where we're gonna see who how you got there and who's the one who elected you. Like, let's say, who's the one who said that they needed you? Let me look at the story because one of your helpers said that they needed you in that chair position. Grassley, there he goes. He's another one who we're gonna be looking into because he says that he needs you in that chair position. I don't know for what. Did you get paid or whatever? Or are you stealing? Are you receiving benefits, donor donations, or what is it? But through this damage that was already has what they would say they already have the Democratic running and like headless chickens. No, that's not correct. Because right now what the left is doing, the Democrats, they are preparing to run for 2020. We see Julian Castro already ready to establish his voter base to get his people ready for election season. But over here, you're worried about what the shutdown is. We are worried about that, but we're more worried about what you said because what you said it is demeaning. It's not what not even animals think that way. Animals don't think highly of themselves. They just if it's a mother and then they find another animal who is a baby who is in need and is alone, that mother would take him in. That's not one of those racial things like animals are animals. Whether race is different and from a chimpanzee to a dog, like the mama will take care of it, will breastfeed. But you are over here thinking you're A1. It is this kinds of comments that one time when I had a job, right? The whole world is gonna get to know this. I was a medical marijuana activist, and I was doing my activism. I was by myself, you know. And the reason I was by myself is because some of the people that would want to join with me would be doing the wrong things, like smoking, this and that. That's not the way. You can't break the law to change the law. While walking down Commerce Street in, Dallas, one man stopped me and said, "Oh, you're trespassing, this and that." He was technically discriminated, but I couldn't say anything. So I had to stay quiet, this and that. I just let it go because it's not worth the fight. But it is comments like these demeaning uh, self unfulfilled moments where it angers you to see somebody else of a different race above you, around you, or with you. And you can see it over time. It burns. It clouds your mind. It it gives you disgust because you're around people like that, which it shouldn't be like that. To be strong, you have to compete against diverse nations, and you have to overcome those obstacles and obsolete, be sharp at all times. So you can't be racist. Now, what you were saying, it it has a lot to do back in the day in the slavery time. People are gonna say, "Why are you going back to slavery time?" But well, this is where it comes from. This there's no country for white men. It's one of the places they had in the South. This is why they went into civil war. So now it is exposed. People who are praying to expose these people who are like you. It's working. Like you are yourself already got to meet for 2 years. Now this doesn't mean you're not gonna get the position in 2 years. Now anything can happen. Knowing Trump, he could elect you for energy supervisor or whatever, and kick Rick Perry's job out. Who knows? But as a human being, you shouldn't be like that. Now we understand why you're coming like that, based on what you were saying, your feedback, that you don't think that why is it not racist enough, or why do they think it's racist? Why, you know? Well, by that it means you have said things like this. Like maybe it's at the same level before, but right now you just got caught up with this one. Now we're gonna look back into the other ones, because the Republican Party is a racist party, but they're trying to censor you, censor those people who are gonna make damage, who are gonna expose it, because you exposed them at the wrong time. Now they're gonna kick you out of the party, reelect you. Who cares? Like I'm saying, you're not supposed to say anything like that. You're in the United States. You're on top of other people. You're, you're looked at as a leader of the free world, one of them. And saying stuff like that makes us look bad as Americans who elected you, because we thought that somebody like you could lead and not say anything like that. Because we are a diverse nation. And so after your remark, now that the Republican Party is in huge critical condition, in the heart of it, they're scrambling. They're gonna replace you, and that's fine. I mean, I'm just saying, why so many human beings think they're so highly of themselves at every moment, and they live their whole lives hating a race, or hating themselves because there's another race above or around them. That means you're putting dogs, octopuses, you're putting animals on top of you who are better. You're giving them the benefit of the doubt that they are better than human beings. Like, holy, okay. Well, oh, that you already know what I think. Like and subscribe. Uh, Give me a thumbs up, a thumbs down. I don't care. In the comments, put whatever you guys want. I won't censor nobody. And on the other YouTube, I do want to appreciate you guys for. I already have 3,000 subscribers on the other one, but this is a new YouTube account, so go ahead and like and subscribe. 3,000, it ain't much, but it's a start. Here is a new one, new year, new channel. Hit me up.